Sup everyone, this is TyranitarNom, and I've got another battle I'm proud to show you. I'm battling this kid, and he sends out a Metagross lead, and I go with my Smeargle, who's a Belly Drum Smeargle, and I'm predicting the Bullet Punch, and since his defenses are shit, I send out my Suicune, who can take the Bullet Punch. He puts out Stealth Rocks, which makes me kick myself, because I probably would have been able to pull off this a lot earlier, but instead he goes with Stealth Rocks, which really doesn't bother anything on my team, and switches out and goes to a Vaporeon, which, with a Crocoon, walls the entire set because all he's got is Surf, and it'll just absorb HP. So knowing that, I go back to my Belly Drum Smeargle, knowing that generally Vaporeon are just Baton Pass whores, and it's going to Aqua Ring like it does here, and then Baton Pass it off. So what I do is I decide to Spore it. Thinking he might switch, I decided to go with Substitute the next turn, and he stays in. I don't know why anyone who gets Spored stays in. Obviously, it's not going to be that fast, and even with a Vaporeon, what's it going to do? So I go with the Substitute. It sits there, idle, for another turn, and I Belly Drum, just as planned. Get the Belly Drum off. And now, this is where it really happens. Since it's got... Normally, I Baton Pass off into my Scizor because it has Bullet Punch, which is priority, and can take teams. But since he has a Vaporeon out, Bullet Punch will get walled by it. So I decided to go out into a Tyranitar and crunch it to death. Thinking it's got a wide variety of attacks with Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Crunch, and it's got a pretty good special defense in case the sub gets broken with the Sandstorm out. So it's still asleep, and the sub's still up. Sandstorm's still going. And it takes some damage, and then gains it back from Aqua Ring. Sitting there, and then I decide to Crunch. And the Crunch does enough. The Crunch kills him in one hit, just like planned. Even though Vaporeon normally have good defenses, a 6+ Crunch from a Tyranitar, it'll kill practically anything. So with the Vaporeon down, here starts the sweep. That's one down. A lot to go. Next, he brings back his Metagross, and I Earthquake. He probably wasn't expecting that. I go with the Earthquake and OHKOs it. Super effective. It didn't stand a chance. A Bullet Punch probably would have been smart on this set. I don't know what he was thinking not having it. Because Bullet Punch could have stopped my Smeargle if I would have stayed in, and it could have broken the sub here. But he decides not to, and that costs him, as it's just wasted. And a Focus Sash. He probably should have held a Focus Sash. He probably would have been able to break it. Focus Sash would have allowed him to break my sub and probably even gotten another hit in. And so he goes into a Heracross, and I decided to Stone Edge it. It'll be neutral damage. Stab. It'll kill him. +6. Its defenses aren't that great. No, they're not even good at all. What am I saying? Not that great. They're horrible. So it takes it like a ginger kid and dies. And so, 3 down, 3 to go, and he goes into an Ampharos. I'm quite confused as to why, and I'm thinking this is probably a Karen team. And I Earthquake it, and it just dies. I figure it probably would have Signal Beam. That's probably one of the only reasons he would send it in. But honestly, why would you have an Ampharos on it? It's NU, and it sucks dick, so...
You don't know about my yachts, bitch. You don't know. Is it over? Keep talking.
Down goes the Ampharos, and there's only 2 mons left in the finishing sweep by my Tyranitar, who still has his sub up. And you'll see the closeness at the end, though. And so he brings in a Gardevoir, furry favorite of all, and I crunch it, and it dies because it sucks.
There's no Ice Punch.
Down goes Gardevoir, and he hasn't even laid a hit on me yet. All he's done is Stealth Rock. And here comes the confusing last Mon. Sandstorm goes, nothing happens. And he goes into a Espeon, and this Espeon is a questionable set as it outspeeds me and uses Attract, which I didn't even know can hit through subs, which is quite bullshit. So, I'm immobilized by Love, which is one of the dumbest moves ever to ever exist in Pokemon. And it uses Bite. Two things that are wrong with that. One, it's an Espeon, its attack is crap. Two, it's Bite. It's not very effective on Tyranitar, and you'll see later, as I'm immobilized by Love again, it bites again. And it still doesn't break my sub. My sub sits here, this little stuffed animal, just taking bites from an Espeon, which are like nibbles from, I don't know, a squirrel. And so I go in and I crunch it, and it absolutely gets raped. And it was quite funny. I'm probably thinking that this was a Karen team and he wasn't used to playing online. So, I laugh, and it was an awesome sweep. So, I hope you enjoyed it. Sub. Peace.
Okay.
And Lunar Eclipse says